Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Sid, aka Vicious274, coming at you with another review today, and this time it's from the company Rad Ramps Fingerboarding. Now, I had the opportunity to meet Conrad, who's the owner of Rad Ramps, at Rendezvous. Amazing dude. We clicked right off the bat, and he asked me if I would mind doing a review for him. So I said, sure, no problem. So he sent me one of his decks, and for those of you that don't know, Rad Ramps makes one of the most unique decks in the fingerboard market right now. And now the deck that he sent me was when he first started making them, and there have been a lot of improvements since this one that he sent me. And I know this because I've been checking out his website. I check out his YouTube channel all the time, and I'm also a member of FFI, where he posts a lot of his split plies that he's done, and we're also friends on Facebook, so I really keep in contact with Conrad. But speaking of which, I'm going to have the link to his web store down here, so you guys can go check out all his products. He makes decks and ramps, and the ramps are also very unique. And I'll also have the link to his YouTube channel, because he is an amazing fingerboarder, and every once in a while he throws up an update on upcoming products for Rad Ramps. So now to get into the deck, first I'm going to show you the side view, which is right here. It's like I said before, it's a very unique shape. It's got a medium to slightly deep concave and medium to slightly high kicks. And as you can see, it's more of an old school shape. And then here's the bottom ply. Now this is one of the first splits that he ever did. Believe me, guys, his split plies have improved 100-fold. They are amazing what he's doing now. And you can see that this is a very, very wide deck. At its widest point, this deck is 36 millimeters wide, and the length is, I believe, 99 millimeters long. 99 to 100 millimeters long. Now, when you first look at this deck, I mean, I've got BRT 2.0s on here, and there is a lot of more space. So it's a very, very wide deck. And when I first saw the deck, I was actually a little intimidated by it, because I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to get used to it, because the widest deck that I've used up until now was 32 millimeters. And I'll admit, in the beginning, it was a little uncomfortable for me, but once I started to use it more and more and more, it is an extremely fun deck to use. I was totally blown away by the performance. The first thing I tried on this deck, just to see what the feel was like, was an ollie. And this board just like literally almost popped out of my fingers. There was so much pop to it. It's I'm not sure what type of woods he used, what type of veneer wood he uses, but it's a little bit of a heavier deck. Not that heavy, but it's a little heavier than other ones that I've used. But even having said that, the pop was just incredible. It literally, it has a lot of pop. There's nothing else I can say about that. The nose is just a bit more steep than the tail. And speaking of the tail is a little more on the boxed side. It's not as round. However, the nose is nicely, completely rounded, and the side is nice and sanded and rounded. It's a very, very well-crafted deck. But getting back to the performance, when I finally started being able to nail kickflips on this deck, it was like consistent, one after the other, and I was really, really enjoying that. I really enjoyed also doing backside and frontside flips with this deck. It because of the shape of the deck and the uniqueness, it just adds a little more. I don't know. It just adds a little more. I don't know how else to explain it. I was very, very impressed with that. Now, one of the things that I had more difficulty with, which I really enjoy doing, is nollie and switch. But because this is an old school style shape, it's not really meant for doing nollie and switch in the regular way, the regular position. So what I did was, instead of doing switch from the nose, I just went and put the tail out and went switch with my pointer finger on the tail instead of the nose. And I was able to do switch tricks a lot better that way. So, I mean, it's not the traditional way of doing switch, but it worked for me and I loved it. Doing nollies just took a little more practice, getting used to such a wide nose. But once I got that down, I had no problem doing it, taking care of those nollies. And fakies, going fakie, again, not a problem because it's pretty much going regular but pushing that way. So all in all, I really enjoyed this deck. For those of you that are looking for extra wide decks, definitely go check out Rad Ramps. You're able to do street tricks, obstacle tricks, and because it's an old school style shaped board, it is amazing for vert, like mini ramps, pools, getting some air off quarter pipes. It is a phenomenal shape for that. So I highly, highly recommend checking out radramps.com. It's going to be down here. He does amazing split plies, guys. This, again, was when he first started trying out doing split plies. He was just kind of practicing and sent me one of the decks. He will pretty much do anything. He has done amazing splits. Hopefully you guys can go and check him out. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. Like I said before, I didn't think it was a deck that I was going to really enjoy as much as I did. And yeah, this puppy's going to stay set up for quite some time now. Alright, so again, I'll have his web store link down here and his YouTube channel so you guys can go check it out and subscribe. And I believe right now there are no decks in stock. But keep checking back because I'm sure he'll have some decks in stock very soon. But there is also ramps. Rad Ramps is the name of the company. So that if that didn't give it away, I'll let you know that he makes ramps as well. And again, also very unique. Conrad has got a very unique style when it comes to creating fingerboard products and in his fingerboarding as well. So go check out his channel and subscribe. Go check out his web store and pick up a Rad Ramp deck or maybe even a Rad Ramp. Alright guys, so go check it out and keep fingerboarding. 2 fingers, peace.